Good morning, Chair Rodriguez. I can't hear you. I don't think you're on mute. So can we test out your microphone, Chair Rodriguez, real quick? You can hear me, right?
For what it's worth, I can hear Dawn, but I can't hear Chair Rodriguez.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know if she can hear me either. Chair Rodriguez, can you hear us? Can you hear me, actually? Can you hear me?
She can't. I'll send her a message through the chat.
Oh, okay. In the meantime, Scott, can you do a mic check real quick?
Yeah. Can you
Okay.
hear me okay?
Yep, I can hear and see you.
Okay. I don't have my background. For some reason, it's not working. I'll have to have IT look into it.
Oh yeah, no worries. It looks blurred, so we can't see anything.
Okay.
Hi, Julie. Can you do a mic check real quick? Hi, Julie. Can you hear me? If so, can you just check and see if we can all hear you? Good morning, Member Hurst. I think you're on mute.
Good morning, Dawn. How are you?
Good. I can see and hear you. Good morning, Mary.
Good morning, Dawn.
Yep, I can see and hear you. Hi, Julie. If you're able to hear me, can you do a quick mic check, please? Okay, good morning, Member Spencer. I think you're on mute, so if you could do a quick
Hey, good
audio.
morning.
Oh, good morning.
Okay. And somehow my work logon ID is my name at the bottom of the screen. I guess that should be changed. Thank you.
Yep, I changed it. Hi, Bill Marie. I see that you joined us too. I think you're on mute though, so maybe we can do a quick mic check.
I just added her via
Okay.
phone. I think she's on both so that you can see her and hear her.
That is
Okay.
that is correct.
Yes, I can see and hear you now.
Perfect. I somehow the speakers. That's on my laptop. They're not working, or anyone right here. So thank you so very much, Paula, as well. We have 1 minute with a spotlight on my forehead.
Yes. All members should be joining today, so
Good. Well, it's Madam Clerk, lead us to the meeting. It's 9 o'clock, I believe.
okay. Good morning, Member Powers. It looks like we have a quorum, so we can go ahead and get started.
Thank you, Madam Clerk, and good morning, everybody. I hope that your day is going very well. Today is Thursday, September 23rd, 2021, and this is the meeting of the San Diego County Air Pollution Control District Hearing Board. Madam Clerk, please go ahead, with the stipulations of the meeting, follow with a roll call and the swearing of the witness.
Okay, thank you, Chair Rodriguez. So before I call the roll, I would like to note for the record that all members are participating via teleconference, and as such, all votes will be taken by roll call vote. Chair Rodriguez?
Here.
Member Hurst?
Here.
Member Powers?
Here.
Member Schlick?
Here.
Member Spencer?
Here.
Okay, so thank you. I will now swear in anyone who would like to speak on an item that is on today's agenda. This includes any members of the public, APCD staff, petitioners, and their representatives. So at this time, please turn on your video and raise your right hand if you will be speaking on any item on the agenda. That includes administrative items and the petitions. Okay, so I need to see all your hands. Okay, so do you solemnly swear that the testimony you give in the matter before this hearing board is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
I do.
Thank you. I now ask that the following individuals please identify themselves for the record. Hearing board counsel.
Emily Helm, Senior Deputy County Counsel, Counsel for the Hearing Board.
Air Pollution Control District staff.
William Jacks, Chief of Compliance.
Mary Mahoney, Civil Actions Investigator.
Scott Nestor.
Sorry, go ahead, Scott.
Scott Nestor, Civil Actions Investigator.
Julie Byford, Civil Actions Investigator.
Dan Plotner, Program Coordinator.
Mohsen Nazemi, Engineering Division Chief.
Okay, and any representatives of petition 4520, which would be Anton Service Incorporated. Okay, it looks like no one's on the call for them. And then lastly, if there are any representatives of petition 4521 from the City of San Diego's Wastewater Department in Point Loma, please identify yourself for the record.
Good morning, Tom Rosales, Assistant Director, City of San Diego Public Utilities Department.
Okay, Tom, were you also sworn in?
Yes.
Two. Okay, I just wanted to double check. Okay, Madam Chair, you can go ahead and proceed with the approval of the meeting minutes.
Well, thank you so very much. I mean, Madam Clerk, we're going to take the items not today as they're presented on the agenda, and as Dawn appropriately indicated, we're going to follow up, with the approval of minute orders for September 9th, 2021. I believe that every single member of the board actually has a copy of it as well as APCD. So I am going to ask, first of all, the board members, whether or not there are any comments, on this, on the board orders. I don't see hands. Do you see any hands, Madam Clerk?
I do not see any hands.
Thank you. How about for the APCD? Are there any comments from the APCD?
No
I do not
comments.
see any hands.
No comments.
Perfect. Well, if that is the case, now do I get a motion to approve, the minute orders, I guess, for the meeting of the 23rd? Excuse me, the meeting for the 9th of September.
So moved.
Motion to approve?
I move to approve.
Thank you. Do I get a second?
I move to approve.
Madam Clerk, could you please proceed with the call roll? The roll call on that one.
Yes, thank you, Chair Rodriguez. Chair Rodriguez?
Yes.
Member Hurst?
Yes.
Member Powers?
Yes.
Member Schlick?
Yes.
Yes.
And Member Spencer?
Yes.
Okay, that motion passes with all board members being present and voting yes.
Thank you so very much. On that element, right now, we're going to move to the petitions before the board for today. First of all, we have petition 4520, which is Anton's Service Incorporated. Madam Clerk, are there any updates, on this petition that you would like to share with us?
Before we go on to the petition, I would just like to note that there are no members of the public that wish to provide public comment on any of these petitions. So for Anton Service, I was in receipt of a request to withdraw petition 4520. And according to the petitioner, their permit was approved by APCD.
Thank you so very much. Are there any questions from the board members to the APCD? No? Any comments from the APCD in this case?
No comments.
No comments.
Perfect. First of all, thank you, APCD, to working with Anton. On this one, we need to vote to accept, the withdrawal for petition 4520. Do I get a motion to accept the withdrawal for 4520?
I would motion to approve the withdrawal.
Thank you, Member Schlick. Do I get a second?
Second.
Second, Madam Clerk?
Okay, thank you, Chair Rodriguez. Chair Rodriguez?
Yes.
Member Hurst?
Yes.
Member Powers?
Yes.
Member Schlick?
Yes.
And Member Spencer?
Yes.
Okay, that motion passes with all board members being present and voting yes.
Thank you so very much again. To everybody who worked on this so diligently. Now we're going to proceed to petition 4521, which is the City of San Diego Public Utilities Department Point Loma Wastewater Treatment Plan. I believe that there are two items now in front of the board members today. Madam Clerk, would you please remind us of the items that we're going to be hearing today?
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. The final item for discussion today is an update on the status of petition 4521, which is for the City of San Diego Public Utilities Department, the Point Loma Wastewater Treatment Plant. During the APCD board meeting on August 26th, the hearing board took action to grant the stipulated abatement order for the City of San Diego's wastewater treatment plant in Point Loma with 2 conditions. The first condition was that within 10 working days, the city was to provide a detailed timeline that allowed the district and the hearing board to identify a roadmap for implementation of sustainable corrections. And the second item was that at the hearing board meeting today on September 23rd, the district would provide a status update on the progress regarding the timeline of corrections.
Perfect. Thank you so very much. I mean, in this instance, I mean, petitioner was the APCDs, and it is customary. I'm going to allow definitely the APCD representative to provide the status update on progress regarding the timeline of corrections, and we will definitely follow up, with the City of San Diego's, feedback. So who's going to be speaking today? Would that be Julie?
Yes.
Go ahead, Julie.
Good morning, members of the hearing board and Madam Chair. The district is here today to provide the requested update regarding the City of San Diego's Point Loma Wastewater Treatment Plant's work plan that was to be provided to the district as an additional condition of the stipulated abatement order for petition 4521 that was granted on August 26, 2021 by the APCD hearing board. Immediately after the August 26th hearing board meeting, the city and district were in communication to ensure both parties were on the same page as to what information was expected to be provided to the city in the to the district in the work plan. That information to be provided in the work plan was agreed upon to include the following: a construction schedule with specific dates indicating when certain elements of the project will be started and completed, any actions that the city has already taken, including corrective attempts to stop the leaks, emergency procurement process, engaging and hiring a contractor, reviewing internal procedures, maintenance activities, and anything else that may be relevant. A handoff piece that explains what additional measures the city is already taking or will take once the new equipment is in place and leaks have ceased to occur. Example, how the city will ensure this won't happen again. Monthly leak check information would be provided to the district, updating SOPs and preventative maintenance procedures and specifics related to them, information about the audit team and asset management team hired, the date Orion or other contractor is or will be in contract with the city, and committing to purchase 2 backup pressure relief valves. Tom Rosales with the city's Public Utility Department provided the district with their plan of action on September 7th, 2021, which was within the requested 10 working days from the August 26th hearing board meeting. The 45-page plan of action that was submitted contained a cover letter detailing an emergency work plan that was in progress since July 8th, and along with 7 attachments. The attachments were titled Point Loma Site Plan, Digester Roof Shop Drawings, Leak Detection and Repair Recommendations, Photos for Varic Valve Assemblies and Digester Cover, Contractor's Digester Cleaning Plan for C1 and C2, Equipment and Parts Order Quotes, Public Utility Department's Approach to Sustainable Compliance. The city's site plan document included the city's emergency repair to digester tank scope of work that was prepared by the Public Utilities Department Wastewater Treatment and Disposal Division on July 8th, 2021. This scope of work requested immediate inspection, assessment and repair and/or replacement of tank roofs, pressure relief valves, and access hatches on the 8 digesters and estimated project timeline. However, since the status of hiring the contractor had not yet been confirmed, the district requested an update once the contractor had been procured with exact dates for the construction schedule. This includes the date of hiring a confirmed contractor a confirmed project start date, and confirmed dates for the replacement of the pressure relief valves and hatches per tank. An email dated July 20th, 2021 was provided showing the city's engineering and capital projects department initiated authorization to proceed with the repair and replacement of the 8 digester tanks. Another email was provided that showed on September 16th, 2021, the city's contractor, Orion Construction Corporation, was hired September 9th and confirmed the pressure relief valve materials that are needed to complete all replacement requirements had been released. An updated shipment date would be communicated the week of September 27th, which is next week. According to the city, digester tanks C1 and C2 that have been down since April must be back online before they can take the other leaking tanks offline to replace the pressure relief valves and access hatches. Work started on tanks C1 and C2 on September 13th, and the construction timeline is scheduled to go through January 14th, 2022. Tanks C1 and C2 start and end the project because the repair of those tanks is expected to take the longest period of time. Tanks N1, N2, S1, S2, 7, and 8 pressure relief valves and access hatches are scheduled to be replaced beginning in October. As we know, these tank components are the main sources of the digester gas leaks identified in the stipulated abatement order. Currently, the city has 7 pressure relief valves on site that will be verified by Orion that they are fully operational and okay to install, and Orion is in the process of ordering 11 more, 9 to complete the replacements and 2 additional pressure relief valves that are to be kept on site to meet stipulated abatement order condition number 7. The city provided draft purchase orders for the valves and flame arresters this morning and will provide the completed purchase orders within 4 days as required by stipulated abatement order condition number 2. In the meantime, the city and district are working together to develop a comprehensive spreadsheet that includes details of each tank's temporary corrective measures, such as caulking the access hatches to reduce the volume of digester gas leaks and verify that monthly leak checks are performed. This spreadsheet will be updated with the repair and replacement dates of each of the leaking components and verification the leak has been stopped to meet stipulated abatement order condition 3, completed tank leak testing results of each component to meet condition number 4, and date each component is fully operational to meet condition number 5. The city will be providing the district monthly leak check information during the stipulated abatement order period. The city will submit this information to me, Civil Actions Investigator Julie Byford. The city's approach to sustainable compliance explains how they will ensure this degree of noncompliance won't happen again. This includes a reconfigured maintenance crew focused on preventative maintenance and record keeping, developing a preventative maintenance work order matrix, and hiring additional staff. The Environmental Monitoring and Technical Services Division's Stormwater and Air Quality Management, or SPAC section, is to provide regulatory compliance support and permitting oversight, review operational maintenance activities quarterly, and complete the Enterprise Asset Management Team, or EAM, training to allow for unassisted surveillance of the system's work orders and completion status. The preventative maintenance matrix will compare all APCD permits held by the facility to existing work orders and SOPs. It will be utilized to identify the deficiencies in required inspections, maintenance, and testing. Any deficiencies found will be presented to the Point Loma Wastewater Treatment Plant on-site management to either have existing work orders updated or create additional work orders. The matrix will be adapted to provide on-site management with a template to audit and track the completion status of each of these work orders. The city will have this preventative maintenance matrix completed and submitted to the district on or before December 31st, 2021. This gives the district a chance to review and provide comment before the stipulated abatement order expires February 1st, 2022. The district and city will continue to maintain communication throughout the stipulated abatement order to ensure the project remains on track, address any concerns with monthly leak check information submitted to the district, and any other issues along the way can be identified and addressed as soon as possible. Please let us know if you have any questions or concerns with any of the information and update provided today. I thank you for your time.
Thank you, Julie. I mean, that was a very good summary. And I actually have to say that I am very grateful, you know, on all the work that you continue to have with the City of San Diego. I'm going to allow the other members of the board to ask the questions first, because you know how I get, you know, into that project management aspect of it. So are there any questions, you know, for APCD? Any board member, please?
I thought it was a good report. It's pretty clear. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, I agree. It seemed to address all the things I would have had a question about. So thank you.
Any other comments from the board members? Julie, you mentioned something that I think, you know, it was surprising to me. So please, I mean, clarify that. Do you have a spreadsheet like Agile, Excel, or something like that, tracking all of these elements? So, because I mean, these emails going back and forth becomes, I think, an unnecessary burden of tracking, you know, I mean, for the APCD. I'm sorry. I mean, I think, you know, that this responsibility, I mean, is for the City of San Diego.
For right now, I think just, sorry, I don't know how to make it not echo, it's a combined effort. I think we're both committed to working together. I was going to draft, you know, kind of what the spreadsheet is, and Tom was going to provide input and anything that may or may be, you know, accurate or maybe impossible to provide. But spreadsheet was going to be the easiest way because there's so many active components of this. To me, it makes the most sense to track it in a spreadsheet format. So we both committed to at least talking weekly until we feel confident that we have everything in place to make sure everything is on track to meet compliance at the February 1st.
That sounds fantastic. You know, I mean, that's so, Mr. Rosales, I mean, first of all, thank you so very much, you know, for working on that timeline and certainly continue working with the district. How do you feel through this process? I mean, how assured of you of completing, you know, I mean, this construction and repair in a sustainable manner?
Well, first of all, I'd like to extend my thanks to Julie and staff. It was actually, you know, we were mandated to come up with something in a very short duration, and I think we did a great job of pulling together a bunch of information, and that would not have been possible without Julie and William's participation. So again, thank you very much for that. Yeah, so I feel confident that what Julie presented is the plan, the action that we are going to take. I feel confident that we'll be able to meet our obligations and our schedules. So I really don't have anything to add. As Julie indicated, she had the vision for how do we track this aside from a bunch of emails, which we tried to do over the last few weeks, and we got here today, thankfully, and consolidated an idea. And that idea and that vision was the spreadsheet that you mentioned. And so we'll populate that, we'll create that together as collaboratively, as Julie indicated, and that'll become our tracking mechanism. And so all parties will know kind of how are we doing throughout this process. And I brought a team together to manage this, and I feel confident that we'll be able to do this. We had our first progress meeting this Tuesday, 2 days ago, and we'll be doing that every week. So that'll give us internally an opportunity to know if we're hitting those timelines.
No, thank you so very much. Two things now that I would like, you know, just for you to consider as you actually work through that spreadsheet. First of all, a minimum of 30-day notification. I mean, if you are unable to meet, you know, that deadline, particularly, I mean, as we indicated, I mean, oftentimes the timelines don't need to be adjusted, but I'm focused, I mean, on the goal here, on that deadline. So, I mean, please don't leave it, I mean, to last. I'm really very happy that you're working with the district. They would advise that. And if that is their advice, I mean, act upon it immediately. That would be the only thing that I would actually say on this aspect here. And the second, I mean, how you actually would track performance for sustainability. What is your end goal? What is your end point, that would say, verify, this is good, this is working. So, I mean, so maybe some verification steps, 6 months after implementation, 12 months after implementation, and you would definitely have at least a baseline for a good trend analysis going forward. Again, this is just me as a recommendation. The member Powers, as the engineer, per excellence that he is, he can definitely add many more items, to that. But I just want for you to consider those elements. Again, we want for Point Loma, that to have a sustainable way of operating, that is beneficial to us all, and particularly it enhances your operations, so you get the district off your back a little bit.
Yeah, no, that's a good question, a good point. So I think what we were asked to do is develop some ideas on how we sustain it so this doesn't happen. That framework has a number of elements in it, so improving our processes internally and our preventative maintenance measures. It also includes an additional staff member and auditing strategies internally, so that we're looking at it, on a daily, monthly, quarterly basis. So to your question about how will we know how we're performing, I think the short answer on that is probably when we know we don't have any additional non-compliance activities, no leaks and so forth. So that framework, I think, gives me confidence that we'll be able to transition to that. And then we'll know, I think, fairly quickly, is that working? And if not, then we make adjustments from that.
Thank you so very much. Again, congratulate you and the district on that one. Any comments from the board members? Yes, go ahead, Ms. Glick.
Yes, Tom and Julie, this was a great report. It was great to hear from both of you. I'm just so glad that last time we were here together, there was no indication of confirmation of the potential contractor, and that's that's all on board now. So I'm really glad that you've got a contractor starting on this, and that you've got your timeline to fix the needed issues. So and also to make sure to replace and have on hand the needed parts. And you've got the preventative maintenance matrix that you're going to be working on to have for going forward. You're going to have that developed by December. So that's I'm really glad to hear this progress. This makes me feel good that we approved the stipulated abatement order. And thank you for complying with these conditions and showing up today.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Comments from any other member? No. I would like to make a request of the APCD, knowing though that they're actually carrying, the stipulated order of abatement. Oftentimes, these orders of abatements, and the end point, again, the end of the period kind of goes, behind the scenes. We're never being reported of that. I would like, to have or to request a report at the end, of the deadline, for compliance from the APCD, because I truly believe, that having those elements and description of performance will certainly be something that everybody can learn from, not just the board members or the city of San Diego, and it would definitely be very helpful, for future hearings as well. So definitely you can work with the clerk of the board. That maybe my request would be, to actually do it, 30 days post completion of the SOA.
Madam Chair, I just want to mention it's a great idea. I think that I've seen that many times where, the board members, I think, are curious to see what happens after, the period is over. So I think this is a good thing and even a good step moving forward, especially on abatement order of this type of petition. But yeah, we'll have something prepared in February for that.
Thank you so very much. William, that you agree. I think, that, no, this is important. Again, this is a collective, that move, something, that I have experienced, for example, from the district. It shows, there's not only good faith, but definitely a commitment, to compliance and a commitment to fulfill, the obligations, so that's what we want actually to serve. So thank you so very much. That Dawn, if you can definitely make a notation of that, that would be just fine. So on this one, I believe, Emily, do we need to vote on this? To accept, this report? I would imagine yes.
Well, yes, the board can vote to accept the report.
Yes, excellent. So do I get a motion to accept the report from the APCD on petition 4521? Member Schlick?
Yes, I would so move to accept the report provided by the district on the progress.
Thank you. Do I get a second?
Second.
From Member Spencer. Madam Clerk, please, go ahead and with the call.
Okay, Chair Rodriguez,
Yes.
Member Hurst,
Yes.
Member Powers,
Yes.
Member Schlick,
Yes.
and Member Spencer.
Yes.
That motion passes with all board members present and voting aye or yes. I just wanted to ask one clarifying question. So it sounds like the stipulated abatement order will expire on February 1st of 2022, correct, Julie? And so it looks like Chair Rodriguez is requesting an update 30 days prior to that. So sometime in January, correct?
After.
Oh, after the February 1st date. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I can put this on our calendar correctly.
Yeah, very good clarification, Don. Very, very good.
And I have just a comment or question. If for some reason, like the first meeting in March, we're actually slammed with a bunch of other hearing petitions, this would be kind of a lower priority that could be moved to, a less busy day, right?
Yes, we can certainly schedule it. There should probably be 2 meetings within that 30-day time frame. So we certainly could schedule it for one that has less petitions on the agenda.
Perfect. Well, thank you so very much. There are no other items on our agenda for today for discussion. So I believe, that not having any other agendas, I believe that this meeting is adjourned. And thank you, everybody, for your time and dedication of time of effort. Have a wonderful week.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you,
everyone.
Bye.